so it's not going to be here this evening.
Okay.
And hopefully, Bill will resolve his issues. Let's see. Also present is Tom Henry, the code enforcement officer and planner with the town, and Debbie Schaffler, I hope I'm pronouncing that correct, who is the recording secretary representing the town. We only have one public hearing this evening. At the appropriate time, I'll ask Tom to read the call and to verify that the mailings are in order. And once the mailings are in order, we're set to proceed. Anybody that speaks the first time, please identify yourself, name and address. Jennifer, your picture just popped up. Okay. The applicant will be given ample opportunity to tell the board what it is they're looking for and why. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we'll have questions from the panel members, and then we will ask if there's anybody here to speak in favor or opposition, or any correspondence for any of the town agency. At the conclusion of that portion, the applicant will be given opportunity to give any closing statements. After we close the public hearing, you're all welcome to stay and remain, listen to us discuss and hopefully decide. But at that point in time, we cannot accept any additional comments. So the public hearing portion is your window of opportunity. I think we're set to proceed. If you have a cell phone, it would be greatly appreciated if you would just put it on mute or silent, which I have not done yet myself. Mr. Manning, you're up. Call with me, please.
Okay, ZBA 21-03, 904 Pequannock Road, Jennifer Pensa, applicant, Bruce Bisbano, architect, Chelsea Groton Bank owner. Variances of section 3.3-2C to reduce the side west parentheses yard setback to 17 feet from 20 feet for a building addition, and to reduce the front parentheses south yard setback to 15 feet from 20 feet for an entry canopy. Pin number 169805281097 MTC zoning district. And I did, with a lot more time than should have been spent in improving the call and the zoning, the mailings, and they have been found to be acceptable and comply with the regulations. But I have a few things I'd like to talk to staff on to streamline something as complex as, which shouldn't have been complex, but I have some things to add that I want to talk outside of the meeting. But I do want to pass on to staff to see if we can improve the review of the mailings. Okay, we're ready to go.
Okay, who will be speaking for Chelsea Groton? Will it be you, Mr. Pensa?
Hi, this
Hello.
is Bruce Bisbano.
Oh,
I will
Okay.
be speaking on behalf of the bank.
okay, Bruce, tip us your address, please. Address.
Yes, office address is 188 Valley Street, Providence, Rhode Island.
Thank you. You have the floor.
Okay. Would you like me to share my screen and pull up the documents?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I just want to speak for the record that Bill Menser is signing in right now.
I just saw that. Thank you. And Bill Munster will be sitting for Mr. Fitzgerald this evening. So we do have 5 members present.
Okay. So I do have the entire document that was submitted for the application on screen. However, I'm going to go to the drawings that were submitted. The full scope of the project is an interior renovation of the building, all 3 stories. There is a minimal addition being added to the building of a small vestibule on the first floor, which is not in the zoning setback. But our first issue is the projection of the existing building and on the second floor, and then the projection of the new facade on the second floor is in the setback on the west side. And so corner of the building indicated here, southwest corner is the area, and it indicates an additional setback request. Is it a proposed canopy along the first floor? That's here. And that canopy would be extending over the front setback line 5 feet. So the plans are enlarged on the next few pages and indicate those dimensions. I know that the setback itself, the one regarding the overhang, looks pretty confusing because the first floor does not extend beyond the setback on the west side. And I'm going to highlight that area that I'm talking about for you, but this is the actual first floor of the building in blue. And there's a very small wedge of space in yellow that's highlighted that overhangs the setback. And on the second floor and third floor, because we're putting a new facade on the building, we're actually looking to extend that. And the maximum that we'd be looking for is just under 2 feet, but I think it's been identified as 2 feet for the record of an extension that would be the facade on the second and third floor. So that's that condition. And then the second condition is the canopy on the first floor. This is an open air canopy. It's intended to be an outdoor recreation area for the staff. It's right off the cafe and off the meeting spaces, so there's a chance for outdoor extension of the space. And the area in yellow would be the extension that we're looking for into the setback. And that dimension is 5 feet at the maximum point. I believe today's meeting is solely intended on the zoning portion of this, so I'll not go into the site plan review portion anyway. So I think this really identifies an elevation, the setback at the west side. And you can see how the first floor does not extend. That area to the lower portion of the page is actually a screen around equipment. And then you can see how the canopy at the first floor extends 5 feet at the maximum point. And that's just a view from the other side. So those are really the only issues. Happy to answer any questions that you have. I'll go back to the plan diagram to do that.
Okay, Scott.
I'll pass for now. Let somebody else start.
Okay, Tom Manning.
Could you address what the hardship is relative to the specific variances that you're?
Sure. With respect to the overhang, there is an existing overhang. Building was constructed that way. I believe it was just probably an oversight on the layout when it was done, thinking that the first floor had to be within the confines of the allowable area, not the upper level. So our request here is, in order to increase the change the exterior of the building and change the facade, the look that we're going for is a curtain wall, and the 2 stories above, the second and third floor, the glass will be from floor to floor so that the beams don't penetrate through. So it's all glass. And the hardship would be that we would have to remove a part of the structure to achieve that look. We're really doing this to try to, change the look of the building and really make it kind of a marquee site on the street and improve the look of it. So really, it's a request to do that, to change the look of the facade and eliminate the structural lines on the second and third floor. And it's the least we could do. We're basically extending it just enough for the curtain wall framing to extend beyond the steel. So we wouldn't be able to reduce it any more than that. As for the canopy at the first floor, we feel that it's a little bit too small of an area underneath to create enough space for shelter and for some tables and chairs. So we're trying to minimize the setback, but because of the layout of the building existing, the common area is in the center of the space and we really have to connect to that point. If we could move it further to the east, we'd have more availability because of the way the site is laid out. And also that line represents the zoning setback line and the property line. There's a lot more space there than actually it looks. So it's because of the right of way that's been carved out by the state for potential, increases in the traffic flow later on. So it is set back about 40 feet from the street, from the curb line.
Okay,
Tom?
I'm all set.
Okay, thank you. Doug.
I got a couple of questions here. First one on the Plaza Court side of the building there. Currently, I rode by there today. I looked at the overhang on the second and third floors over the first floor. So currently, essentially, that overhang is non-conforming where the red line is now, right?
Yes, the area that's in yellow, that wedge of space, is non-conforming.
Is it non-conforming as it was built, or is it non-conforming because the zoning regs were changed and changed the setback?
So I can't tell you. I actually do not know at the time when the building was constructed whether or not it was compliant. I only know that as of today's zoning, it would not be compliant.
Okay, so essentially right now it's grandfathered in and you just want to extend it another foot between 1 foot and 2 feet for that curtain wall, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. Okay, I think I understand that. And on the other the
Canopy.
there, the canopy, that's an existing canopy now where the gray is?
No, it is not. That's just the area
It's
that
not.
is within the buildable area setback. The yellow area is the yellow area that is we're asking for an exception for the variance for.
All right, so essentially you got the gray area, you could build it no matter, right now without any problems. And you're adding an extra 5 feet at the widest point there where it says 5 foot overhang.
That is correct.
Okay, that's what I need to know. Thank you.
Okay, Bill Buncer.
No questions, thank you.
Okay. Okay, is there anybody else to speak regarding this application? Is there anybody to speak in favor of the application? Is there anybody to speak in opposition to the application? Do we have anything in the file, Tom Zannery?
Hang on, if we can go back, if we can stop the screen share, I can't see everyone, if anyone has a hand up.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Okay, Ed, if you want to do that over again, and just because it's Zoom, go a little slower.
What part?
If anyone wants to speak for or against.
Oh, okay. Is there anybody here to speak for or against the application? None? I see people popping up here. Anthony Joyce, Tony Joyce, and E. Go to. Jennifer, anybody wishes to speak on the application? Mr. Rauh is online.
We're just here to lend support and answer any questions if you have any questions. This is Michael Rauh. We're just logging in to see
Yes.
Bruce's presentation and see if you guys had any questions that we needed to answer, but we don't have any additional comments.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Tom Zanarini, is there anything in the file? Comments from?
There is, the Planning and Zoning Commission reviewed the file last night and they had no comment.
Okay. Any of the members have any final questions? Hearing none, we will call the public hearing to a close at 7:21. And we're set to discuss and deliberate. Tom Manning?
I don't really think the building is utilizing the existing building from what I understand. And they're just doing some architectural changes, at least on the upper floors that to change the building structure. Not the structures per se, but the facade. I don't really have this. This is what I would consider very minor in scope. I really don't have any issue per se that would negate what I heard today.
Thank you. Scott Rosato?
Yeah, I'd agree with Tom and add that because it's not in a residential area, it certainly isn't going to impact someone from that point of view. And I think that there are minor changes relative to architectural during the renovations. I think I heard that they were proposing renovations. And it's almost insignificant. And unless I'm misunderstanding something, I'm thinking that they're already exceed the setback limit, whether it be because of zoning change or something prior to this meeting. I don't have a problem with it. I think I would vote to approve it.
Thank you. Doug Smith?
I don't have any comments.
Bill Munster?
I think the board has all said it very well. I agree, and I'd support the application as presented.
Okay, somebody care to make a motion, please?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the proposal as submitted.
Is there a second?
Second,
I'll second it. Yep.
Oh, I don't know. One of you seconded. Doug or Bill, whichever. Okay. any
Doug
further-
Smith chimed in for Doug is the second.
it is, I am, good.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, say so by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions? The variances are granted unanimously. Okay. So Tom, if you can write that up. We can't sign it, but if you can write that up, appreciate it.
Yep, Deb will take care of it with the minute.
Okay, thank you. All right. We'll run to correspondence.
There is no correspondence.
Okay. Minutes. The first ones are from February 10th. Excuse me. If you read them, sorry, care to make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion, we approve the minutes as submitted.
Is there a second?
Second,
Doug, thank you. Minutes of February 12th. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any
Aye.
opposition? Not an opposition. March 24th minutes. Motion on that?
February 24th. Ed,
This on the agenda, March 24th.
yeah, well, the minutes say February 24th.
Okay. All right, February 10th. All right, so if it's February 24th. February 24th, okay. Motion on those,
I move that we accept the minutes as submitted.
Second,
Second? Okay,
second,
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right,
aye.
Aye.
None opposed. Okay, moving on, old business.
There's no old business.
Okay, how about new?
There is, two applications have been submitted. One for 36 West Main Street, the Central Hall Carport, is an expansion there. And another one on Long Hill Road, 388 to 420 Long Hill Road. It's a new application for a service station.
Okay. Those will be on for the 28th.
Those, no,
Okay,
they just were received recently, so they'll be May 12th.
okay, all right. Okay, staff report.
There's no staff report.
Okay, then I guess we are set to adjourn. Motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
was Bill.
Who made- Bill, yeah, who seconded that?
I did,
Scott. Okay.
yes.
Everybody ready? All in favor?
Aye.
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 No opposition. Okay, now we're public hearing is closed and we're off the record. Is that correct, Tom? Henry?
Let me stop recording.
Okay, thank you.